Hi everybody and Happy New Year! It's me, Samby, and welcome to Caught in the Wool. This is episode 8? 9? Actually, I don't know. I didn't look. But yes, I am still alive. If you have been watching before the past episodes, I try to get videos out weekly, but there is a huge reason to why I did not put up a video since the week before Christmas. So, we live in the Midwest. We live in northern Illinois, and it has been so freaking cold here. Like, Arctic temperatures. We've been having, like, negatives during the day, just below zero. And for, anybody who's watching who isn't in the United States, that isn't Fahrenheit, so it's not like, it's very, very, very cold. And I mentioned before that I film in our barn that does not have proper heating. So, yeah, I was not going to film. I wasn't going to even try that. We have space heaters, but I wasn't going to attempt to warm up this one room. Yeah, we weren't even working in the studio. We weren't even dying during that time. So, yeah, so here I am. I'm finally here. Our heater in the house actually went out as well. So for a couple days there, we had to bring all of our heaters up, and I keep glancing at our heater that I have heating in here. It says it's 56 in here, which is so warm. It's actually 56. Well, not 56 outside, but it was in the 50s today. I think it was a little lower 50s, but super nice out. Usually we get a, like, warm few days in January. That's not unusual for us to have, like, Arctic temperatures, and then all of a sudden for, like, a few days or a week, we have, like, spring-like weather, and the trees sometimes even start blooming leaves, and we're like, no, hold on, because it's still January, and then it gets super cold again. So apparently we're supposed to get those Arctic temperatures again. But I was saying, our heater in our house went out, so we had to have somebody come and fix that, and luckily they were able to repair it without us having to completely replace our heater. Our heater's pretty old. It's about as old as our house, which is 20 years old now or something. I don't know, when we got it, it was 10 years old. We've been there for 15 years almost, I want to say. No, maybe not that many. We've been there for quite a while. So I think it's over 20 years old than our heater, but they were able to repair it, and that's good because then we didn't actually freeze. We brought up all of our space heaters that we have down at the barn, and we stayed warm, luckily, during the, like, almost 24 hours, maybe a little more, that we didn't have the heat. So, that was good. But, yeah, it's January. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a good Christmas. I had a good Christmas. Oh, for a minute I panicked and thought I wasn't filming. I'm filming. Don't need to panic. I hope everyone had a good Christmas or holiday, whatever you celebrate. Just that time off to be with your friends and family is wonderful. And yeah, I'm so happy to finally be filming. I wanted to bring some bunnies this time around, but I think I'm going to have to wait until the next video for the bunnies, just because they just got moved to another cage. So we keep our bunnies in cages with, like, wire bottoms, so that way they can stay clean and they don't have problems, because if they don't have that wire bottom, they get all kinds of issues, especially the Angoras. And our satin Angora girl, who we just got recently, her litter that you might have seen posted on Instagram is like 10 bunnies, I think she had. I think there are 10. She had one extra, but there was one that had a issue and it sadly didn't make it. But we have like 10 babies, and so we moved her and separated her from her boy babies because they have to be separated pretty early because bunnies can procreate awfully early on, and so we left her with 2 of her female babies. So far we think she only had 2 females, and all the boys are right next door so she can still look at them. But they're still kind of like unhappy about being separated, so I just figured I'm gonna let them settle and relax and be happy and all of that stuff and not have to worry about coming on camera and stuff like that. But I'm hoping to have some cute videos of them. And yeah, the new year has been busy. So as you might know, I think I mentioned this before, but if you've ever gone on a farm website or anything like that, we did start off with Bumblebee Acres as having other animals other than fiber animals. So we kind of slowly got into the fiber business. We had Angora bunnies for the longest time, and I raised them for 4-H and show, and I collected their wool and stuff. I championed a few bunnies, and well, me and my sisters did, in regular ARBA shows. That's American Rabbit Breeders Association, so it's the main show thingy-majiggy for bunnies. And yeah, we did that for a while with our English Angoras, and yeah, we've had them for the longest time, and slowly, like, we learned to spin, and then we learned to really knit and crochet. Well, first crochet and then knit. Some of us, like Sarah and I, knew a little bit of crochet. My mom didn't really know much crochet, but we taught her, and then eventually we learned to knit and all of that stuff. So yeah, backwards sort of thing. But we started off with raising puppies and kitties. So we started with raising Shetland sheepdogs back in 1998. So this year is actually the 20th anniversary of Bumblebee Acres. Yay! That's pretty exciting. And Persian Himalayan cats, and Persians and Himalayans are the same cat. It just means Himalayans have the points, so they're cream with the color points, and Persians are every other color. So they're not 2 different breeds. I don't know why they have to give them 2 different names and make it confusing, but that's that. So we raise the doll face cats, so they have the pretty faces that aren't smushed in and give them all those health issues. But yeah, anyways, the fiber business is pretty much 24/7 for us now, and we only occasionally have Havanese puppies. We don't raise Shelties anymore. We've been raising Havanese for as long as we've been at this new house, which I can't even remember. We moved here when I was 12, so, and I'm 25, so like 13 years. Yeah, that must be like 13 years. So we've been raising those for 13 years, and that's what Peach is, a little Havanese dog, and all of that stuff. And usually we post about them because they're like little furry people. They follow you everywhere, and they always want to be with you. So yeah. Anyways, my point is I've been super busy because our computers with the software to update our farm website, which is super outdated anyways, the software is no longer available, and our PCs all crashed. So there's no way for us to update our website, and we have some puppies that were just born, and I have been working night and day to build us a new website. So soon we will have a whole new farm website. It's going to be really cleaned up, really modernized, all of that stuff, but it is insane because you have to, if you've ever built a website, or if you're even sort of familiar with tech or building websites, yeah, it's no fun, especially when you have all of this information that you have to preserve and translate into a whole new format. It's kind of like moving to a new house, and you have to make everything fit and make everything, but you want everything to look better. You want it to be better than your old house. So I've been basically like moving a house and organizing and reorganizing and rearranging nonstop, and my eyes are so tired from looking at computer screens. I just want to sit and knit. That's all I want to do. But yeah, I guess now I will talk about knitting because that's why we're all here, isn't it? Yarn? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. For sure. So if you are on our mailing list, and that link is in the bio below to sign up for a newsletter. If you aren't signed up for a newsletter, we just released our Mountains of Minis wrap, which I am wearing right now. I actually knit this for Queen Bee for Christmas. I mentioned this before, but I finally blocked it, and I took some pretty good pictures. They were pretty decent. Oh my gosh. It was horrible because I had to have Sarah send me model, and the best photos are taken outside, right? It was like -5 out, and we were taking photos, and my phone literally died after 10 minutes. It just shut down because it was like, I can't handle this anymore. My fingers were freezing off. Sarah was like the most professional model ever, though. She just stood there and looked cute, even though we were freezing our butts off. But yes, I'm showing off all of these cute minis in here. But yeah, I got some better pics of it. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on film, the detail, but here, I'll put it close so you might not be able to see me for a minute. But it looks like it's focusing. Yeah, it's all blocked, and I'm super excited about it. So yes, this is the Mountains of Minis wrap, and it's super giant. So like, this is how long it is. It's like 7 feet, 6 feet. It's pretty big. So it does wrap around you, and it's a nice lacy chevron-y stitch. It turned out exactly how I wanted it to be. But yeah, we finally released this, and this is the pattern that people who purchased our advent calendars got with their, so you can wear it like anyway. I'm kind of chilly in here because it's 58 now in here. My little heater is working pretty great. I'm still a little chilly though, so I'm trying to really wrap it around. But I included with the official final pattern directions how to make it even wider if you want, or how to make it longer if you want. Most people who did the advent calendar had enough in their calendar to do a whole other repeat. So there are 2 repeats per color that I did in the actual pattern and in this one. So I just used each 40 skein mini that we sell. That's our standard mini skein size. So I just used one of them each, and I did 2 repeats of the pattern, and then I moved on to my next color. Well, they did 3 whole repeats, so they got 3 eyelets instead of just 2 eyelet rows per yarn color, per mini skein. So theirs are probably giant, and most people were telling me, oh my gosh, this is taking me forever to complete it. I'm like, well, you guys are doing like a whole other half of the wrap. I mean, that's like what it adds up to, right? So yeah, because 50 total repeats if you just did it my way, and then you did 75 yeah. So you could either do it like that, or you could add a whole other repeat of the pattern itself and make it a little wider, which I might do with my next one. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so we have this pattern, which I think is just great. You could do it with scraps too. I mean, don't limit yourself to only mini skeins. Another awesome thing is that you can do it with a full skein of yarn and just stripe in any other yarns you want. You could do 2 different yarns and do a fade deal with it, or any yarns and do a fade. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm sorry, the mom to our new puppy is Swan, and it's her first litter. She has 6 cute babies, and she has 1 solid white one, and we've never had a white puppy before, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, she might bark randomly in the background. But I want to show you all of these minis because look at this. Look at this madness. Okay, so the story is that we wound up all of these minis, and it was almost like doing a whole other advent calendar release because each pack has at least 5. Doctor Who has 6 in it, and so does Rainbow Pop. But I just want to show you all of these because, oh my gosh, I'm addicted to mini skeins. I think they're the cutest thing ever, and oh, I'm going to have to show you all of my Downton Abbey ones later. I have a cute basket of them. And I'm still torn on if I want to do my own wrap with it or if I want to do something else. I'm thinking of doing a marled pattern with this wrap because I've been doing marled patterns for forever, even before Stephen West released his. But I mean, gosh, these would make adorable leggings as well. But marled is basically when you just hold 2 strands together, and I was thinking of doing 1 color skein, but I would have to use 2 skeins, you know, upping my needle size and then doubling up that solid skein and my Downton It minis. So I'm doing 2 strands at once and just switching the Downton colors so it looks a little bit more variegated and interesting, but it'll also kind of tone down the way that those minis knit up on their own. So I'm not exactly sure if I want to do that yet. I'm torn. But, yeah. So that's that. But anyways, I want to show you all these minis. So we have Rainbow Pop, which has been out for a while. I have Doctor Who, and we had a Doctor Who pack before, and we had all of the companions in there. So we have the companions in here as well. So we have Souffle Girl, Martha Jones. I hope these rustling mini bags aren't too loud. But the Pawns, Dr. Donna, Bad Wolf, and before we had our Space 10 Continuum yarn, which is like a deep navy blue and gold color with black in it. I think I wore it maybe in a past episode, but it's one of my favorite colors that we have. But we switched it for Time Lord, which is this cool, I don't know, it really looks like a nebula or something in the galaxy. So that's pretty cool, and it kind of goes better with the companions. So yes, this is super cute. And I'm just going to start stacking these here because why not? We have our our Big Trouble in Little China packs, which are, I mean, if you've never seen Big Trouble in Little China, but you like goofy 80s movies or karate, kung fu movies, anything kind of like that, you need to watch Big Trouble in Little China. It is awesome. It is one of the funniest movies I have ever seen. It's just great. It's a classic. So if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you seeing that. And yes, so there are Big Trouble in Little China minis. And these are new colors. These are her Island Flowers pack. And they are absolutely beautiful. But, yeah, this has been a popular one. We've sold, actually, a ton of these, along with the Sugar Pop pack. And Sugar Pop has some cute speckles in it as well. These both are cute and speckly. But, yeah, people have been already doing this Mountains of Minis pattern with these guys. And then some people have also paired up with the Rainbow and Unicorns. So, yes, for a very bright, cutesy wrap, which is so appropriate in this time of year. Oh yeah, I meant to mention that. As you can see, my background is like wildly busy. I got those cute sparkly things, and this background thingy at some like post-Christmas sales, but they looked like wintry to me instead of just Christmassy. And I was so sad to have to give up my joy sign and the like advent calendar and all of my cute Christmas stuff. So I think I might have gone overboard, but I also have a bunch of stuff back here just because I've been gone forever and I have to catch you up on everything. But yeah, so I just wanted it to look like happy and cheerful, even though it's January, because most people get the seasonal depression, and everybody gets sad in January and the winter. So I just wanted to keep it bright and exciting and cool toned, but I feel like everything's still warm and cheerful, so whatever. I still have like a ton of these, so I don't want to like bore you to death with telling you all of these, but this is Outlander Revisited. So we had an Outlander pack in the past. I don't know if it's still in the shop, but this one has all new colors in it. So this is our Drums of Autumn color. We use this one all the time. Drums of Autumn, Dragonfly and Amber, Safe Harbor. This is Together in Edinburgh, this beautiful purple and gold. And then here is Lallybroch, which is beautiful. And yeah, so an Outlander pack. And I really love her new Outlander colorways. Her first sort of batch of the collection was very Highland, I want to say, except for the Claire colorway. They were all very neutrally seeming. So these ones are cool because they have some new colors in there. And also the one she came out with last year as well, because she came out with French Liaison, which is beautiful pinks and greens with like a little hint of blue in there. So some people say it could almost go Christmassy, but honestly it looks like a rose garden to me. That one I'm just obsessed with. So where's another? On to another one. Okay, so this is our Tolkien pack, our current Tolkien pack, because we're going to probably have another one in the future. This one is special because I don't know if you can see that, but that gray one in there is sparkling. So we have from left to right is Bag End, Mithrandir, Shortcut to the Mushrooms. Here is Shirefolk, and on the end is, it's kind of hard to see in the bag, is Mirkwood. So these are called our Burglars and Bagginses pack. And yes, all of our minis currently are on the Coquette sock base, except we have some Rainbow Pop that are still on our Squishy DK. But all of these are on our Coquette sock, except for that Mithrandir in there is on our Shimmer sock, which is a silk merino nylon blend. And yeah, it has a beautiful sparkle in there because Mithrandir is a wizard, so he always has to be sparkly. She's actually never dyed that yarn on anything but the sparkle, so yeah, we had to stick with that. And then we have two Hobbit packs, or not Hobbit, what am I saying? Two Hogwarts packs. So we have Welcome to Hogwarts and Magical Mayhem. So some of these have some of our club colorways in there as well from our Hogwarts Order of Magical Makers, Hogwarts Harry Potter Yarn and Fiber Club. So some of them are our regular line, and then others are just new in there. So we have Sorcerer's Stone, the Three Broomstick, Pewter Cauldron, Get Sorted, which is a new colorway that she actually released, I believe, on the website as well. Get Sorted has all of the house colors in it in a cute speckly yarn. And then on the end is Potions. And then Magical Mayhem is Night Bus, Cornish Pixies, Troll in the Lavatory, Blue Powder and Chamber of Secrets is on the end, but so pretty. So pretty. I'm excited for these because I mean, I'm just always crazy about the Harry Potter colors. I'm crazy about all their colors, let's just be real. And lately I've been seeing a lot of people working with a lot of cool yarns. I mean, other dyers come out with really cool yarns all the time, but I've said before, I just don't have the time to work with other people's yarns because this is my full-time job. And to be honest, I used to really want to go shopping for other yarns, but when Queen Bee, and especially since Sen Bee, Sarah, started dyeing, they have just come up with so many different varieties of colors. And I'm going to show you some of these crazy cool ones they came up with in the background and our new releases. But they just have such a cool variety in their yarns that I'm feeling like there's so many yarns here that I want to work with that I don't feel a need to work with other people's yarns. Even though sometimes I'll see a yarn and I'll be like, oh, that's so beautiful. But, you know, I'm almost always also working on my own patterns just because I don't have time to knit other people's patterns, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's my passion. But these are our Game of Thrones packs. We also had an original Game of Thrones pack. Oh, and I wanted to mention the Harry Potter packs. We have a Choose Your House Harry Potter pack that has some of the other minis and also one each of the different houses. Depending on which one you choose, you can pick your house. And I'll show you a cool project that we've done with those in a moment. But, yeah, it's back there. Right there. But first I want to get through these minis. So then we have our Game of Thrones. Some of these have our new colors in it as well. So this is Game of Thrones, the actual Game of Thrones pack, and Game of Thrones the North. So this has all of our northern colors. We have Direwolves, Arya, this one's a long one. Winter is coming, but there will be no snow after, you know, Jon Snow's untimely death and prior to his resurrection. What is that show? Anyways, this is Sansa, and this is King in the North. So, it's beautiful. And I'm sorry, these are all in cellophane wrap, but I don't have, we packaged all of them, so I don't have them outside of their wrap. And then in the Game of Thrones, we have What Is Dead May Never Die. And this is one of my favorite colors as well. We have My Sun and Stars. This one here is Dracarys, Valar Morghulis, and Cersei. So, yes. We had another Game of Thrones pack as well. I don't know if it has Jon Snow, Sansa, and King of the North in it, but I don't know what other one, I don't remember what other ones are in it. But I don't know if she's going to be making up more of those. She might just stick with these as our official like Game of Thrones packs from now on. And then I have some more solids other than that rainbow unicorn one to kind of split it up, because if you see in my Mountains of Minis wrap, I have some solid colors. So I have the solid yellow, that solid green right there, some other solid colors. I have the solid pink right here. Yeah. But, yes. So we have these in case you do want to do the pattern and you want to pull, sorry, my computer screen went dark. If you want to put blocks of solids to break up all your variegation, which I highly suggest. So we have Pocket Full of Posies, which are reds and that beautiful buttery yellow. Rivers and Forests, which is very river and forest toned. And we have Mountains and Streams. And this is a very stone nature-like pack. And this is almost like a sand dune type color. As you can see, it's very different from this other yellow. But yes, so those are all of our minis in the shop right now, I believe. Yeah, except for our gumdrop minis. We have some of those on our Sasquatch base. So we have chunky gumdrop minis, but they're on an Aran base, so yeah, I left those out. But yeah, so if you are dying to work with minis, or you didn't get to, my screen went super bright. That's better. Or if you didn't get to do our advent calendar and you really, really wanted to, all you need is 5 sets of any of these, or you could pick a regular skein and mix in several mini skeins like I mentioned before, to kind of do your own Mountains of Minis wrap. It's so much fun to make this because the pattern was really easy for me to memorize. So it's a really nice pattern to just sit there and work on when you want something pretty, you want something that's changing it up often, but you don't need to change up your memorization of the stitches. So it doesn't get any more complicated, but it still has that interest because you're changing your colors, if that makes sense. We also have our Myriad of Minis cowl, which I will put on in a second, but this is our original Myriad of Minis cowl. And this one was made with our Choose Your House Hogwarts pack in Slytherin. So you see Slytherin is right here. And this is the mini skein pattern I came out with last year because we did not do any giant like mini release. We only had some mini skein sets. And yeah, we wanted something that you just needed 200 yards of 40-yard minis. And as you can see, the colors stripe up super cool in this. And yeah, you're gonna see some ends because I've been super lazy and never weaved in the ends on this. Just don't even comment, you guys. It happens. I'll put that one down. But you see how they color block in these cool ways. So the pattern actually has the directions on how to do that. So if you see a mini skein set that you want super badly and you're like, but what am I going to do with only 200 yards of minis? This is an awesome pattern. So I'm going to try on this one. So this one I made for Queen Bee for her birthday last year. And she wears it a lot, so sorry there was a little fuzz, but it's actually been holding up super well. She actually uses it every time she goes outside to do chores because she has just cold-induced asthma. I don't know how she got that, but when she gets too cold and she starts like breathing in too much cold air, she gets an asthma attack. So the cool thing about this pattern is, and I will take off my Mountains of Minis for right now. The cool thing about this pattern is you can put it on any way you want. So there's no like right way up or down. It isn't a cowl that like lays very gracefully, but it has this awesome I-cord edge that stays up around your ears and around your nose and your mouth, which I love. So when you're making it, it fits a little, just slightly loose on me, the original pattern, but it works perfectly because you don't always need it to be super tight. But you would, if you're making it, you want to make sure that the I-cord edge itself and not the regular knit part of the pattern wraps around your head so that you can actually pull it over your head, because this I-cord edge is super tight, but that's the same science that I use in the Wanderlust headband. That has an I-cord edge too, so that way it actually stays on you. So yes, originally I was making this for me, but then it got to be around Queen Bee's birthday and she was talking about how much she wanted it so badly, so I was like, all right, fine. I'm such a good daughter, such a good daughter. But as you can see, they're all variegated skeins in here except for this one here. But this is the same color as, well, it's almost the same color. It's a little bit more, almost a little bit more burgundy than this brown here. But, yeah, I used Sorcerer's Stone is the next one. I'll Await Your Owl, King of the North, and King's Landing in this one, but I love this one. I'm jealous. I should have just kept it. But it's great for running. I've had a lot of people purchase it just so they can make a good running like cowl, just to keep yourself from breathing in all that cold air when you're working out, because that can be so rough. Yeah. So that's that for minis. Yeah, I'm gonna put the links to these patterns below, and yeah, I'm excited about releasing this, and I'm excited about knitting another one, because even though I've been working on it for forever, just because I've had to work on other things in between, it's still just so pretty. I also want to make it an extra wide version, just because I feel like I would like that. I don't know. But yeah, so there are several more things for me to talk about. And I'm trying to decide which one I want to talk about first. I think I am going to talk about our new skeins that we released in the shop. So besides coming out with this new pattern, putting up all those mini skeins, we also had a yarn update. One of these isn't up in the actual shop yet, but it's going to be soon. So this is Lallybroch, and if you can see, it has this very faint butter yellow, a lot like that Pockets Full of Posies buttery yellow in that mini skein pack I just showed you, but it's super speckly. Look at that. Just insanely speckly. And it's got these beautiful breaks of pinks and a very like hyacinth, almost purple in there against the more violet-y blue. And also the color of the year is violet. So how appropriate is this? She dyed this before she knew that that was the case. But this was actually part of our 2017 Outlander Club. So yeah, so this one's finally getting released. And actually, the more I look at this, the more I'm in love with it. And I'm thinking it would make a beautiful Return to Lallybroch shawl. But I'm not sure what one I would pair it with. I'm kind of wondering if Through the Stones and this one would look good together. Maybe I'll bring that out next time. Tell you guys my final verdict on that. So next we have Night Bus. And oh my gosh, this looks wild on the on the screen. This colorway is as wild as it looks. I mean, it literally glows in real life. Right now, the screen looks like it's a little bit more blue than purple, but in real life, it has this, it's like ultraviolet is how I would describe this color. It is purple as hell. And every time we post pictures of this, you cannot capture that purple. It always does this weird glow where it looks like some kind of weird special effects. But I love this skein because that purple it's so royal and rich. But it really looks blue right now. It's not. It's purple. In real life, it's purple. But yes, this one is released, and this was our September Hogwarts Order of Magical Makers colorway. So, yeah. Yeah, I think the lights are just trying to wash it out because the camera can't capture it because it's even washing out that yellow. The yellow's even a little deeper in real life, but yeah. Oh, and these are all on our Coquette sock base. I think she has they're all dyed to order, and I think she has them on other bases in the shop, but right now she just has it on these bases. So this is Shortcut to the Mushrooms. And look at this colorway. I love this colorway. I just did a post on our Instagram yesterday about this one. And this is one of those colorways that has my designer's heart. Like, this needs its own pattern. Shank and Bradley Knits is actually going to be releasing a pattern for this a sock pattern, and I think that the socks would be so, she hasn't shown me a picture in really nice light, but I think socks in this would be so cute, but also a shawl. I mean, I kind of just want to wear this on me and never take it off. It's something about that like rich golden yellowy orange and the purple together. I don't know what it is, but I'm really drawn to neutrals or blues or greens with orange in the skein. I don't know why. I'm not a big orange person objectively, but that cowl that you can kind of see up there, that has orange in it. It's our Sansa colorway, and I mean, I'm obsessed with that one as well. So yeah, this is just beautiful. This was also one of our Tour de Tolkien club colorways. And I will put links to those clubs down below. They're a monthly club for Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings yarns. Tour de Tolkien is actually going through a tour of the Lord of the Rings stories. So we are doing destination yarns for all of those locations that they visit. So that's super cool. This was by like Farmer Maggot and the Shire. They kind of take a detour, a shortcut to the mushrooms. So beautiful. Sorry, oh, look at this. Look at this area. When she kettle dyes yarn, when Queen Bee kettle dyes yarn, it's to die for every single time. Literally to die for. And this colorway, you might have seen it next to Return to Lallybroch. Or not Return to Lallybroch, just Lallybroch. Return to Lallybroch is the pattern. This is Troll in the Loo. And Troll in the Loo has this insane speckling that I don't know if it's going to show up properly on camera, but it's kind of got that ultraviolet color, it looks like, in here that breaks into more of a fuchsia. And the green, oh my god. Look at this. It's a lot more speckly than Lallybroch. They kind of have some of the similar tones in them, but they're very different skeins. I'll put them here. I'll grab this one. This one has more of a blue-green in it, where this has more of a sagey. No, this would be more of a sage green. This would be more like a, I don't know, forest green, I guess. And it has a more sandstony yellow, where this has that butter yellow. This looks much more like a garden, I think, violets in a garden. And this just looks a wild, speckly wildness. But yeah, this also has a lot more neutral in it, where this has a lot more blue. Bluey, purple, violet, you know what I mean. And then last but not least, you guys. I'm going to start talking about fandoms because I've had people tell me, especially my friend Emily, she told me that I should talk about some other fandoms that I like. After my past fandom video, I love Supernatural. Supernatural is one of my giant obsessions. You know, sometimes Supernatural storyline, their plots get a little like, you guys really right now. But the actors are just so good and they're super cute, and I like the supernatural genre. I like supernatural things. So this is Hunting with Baby. So if you know Supernatural, this is Supernatural. So Baby is their 67 Impala that they are always in. It's the car that they inherited from their father, and Dean Winchester loves the car. It's his, he calls it Baby. So this is Hunting with Baby, and of course, blood splatters. I can't take credit for this colorway because I don't actually dye, but I told Sarah and Queen Bee my idea for this skein. And I said, okay, this is what I imagine when I think of supernatural. I imagine deep colors like deep blacks and grays and neutrals, and even in this part there isn't a ton of white in it. It's very, very light silvery tones, but there is just a little bit of white. But for the most part, it isn't white. But I said I imagine blood splatters, and I imagine baby in blacks and hunting demons with their black eyes and all of that stuff. And yeah, it's a simple colorway, but getting these blood splatters so clean is apparently a nightmare, because there was a lot of discussions between those two dying artists about how best to get their blood splatters. But blood splatters, I mean, okay, I know I really got into that blood splatter thing, but look at it. Look at the blood splatters against the black and the deep charcoal. Oh, okay, so we're going to have some more supernatural colors, but currently this is the perfected colorway, and it's going to be in the shop soon, and I might kidnap all of them before you get any of them. So if you order one, you might never get it because I will kidnap it. Just kidding, but it's just so perfect. It reminds me of Ruby from the beginning of the show. It just, sorry, I'm just so in love with this. I'll put it back there. Just blood splatters on yarn. That's what Jon Snow's yarn, our, what's it called? Winter is coming, but there will be no snow. It's kind of like that. It's all black except for a little section of white with the blood splatter on it. So this color is sort of similar, but not, because it has those large sections of gray and it doesn't totally get white as much. It's mostly silvery with little bits of white, like 50-50 white and silver, and those silver spots, white spots. And this blood splatter goes all throughout. So that's going to be super cute when it knits up. Cute. Who calls blood splatters cute? Me. Whatever, guys. Whatever. So, yes, speaking of supernatural, if you are a supernatural fan, look at these impalas. Okay, wait. I didn't even realize this. Ah! Okay. Sorry, but hunting with baby, there's 67 impala, and the demon warding sign, which is the pentagram in kind of like flames. Yeah, anyways, with a red zipper. Maybe like I subconsciously connected these in my head, but perfect. Actually, I think we came up with this a few days before I got this. Maybe it was around the same time. I don't know, but okay. So my friend Lindsay of Shank and Bradley Knits got this little bag for me for my birthday, and I only just received it. So it's a cute little notions bag. I have never seen a bag that is a little pyramid, but it's a little three-sided pyramid. It's so cute. I love it because when I put it in my bag, I can find it so easily. And I'm going to have to look up and see who made it exactly. But what I have in my notions bag currently, I have this little bag, and inside there is some stitch holders and my favorite like size 5 cable hook that I use for everything. And also a needle, like one of those plasticky needles that you use for doing Kitchener stitch. Yeah, these funky scissors that I won't hurt myself with. And prepare yourself this giant bag of stitch markers. Okay, so I had to pull these out because the bag came with these stitch markers and a little thank you on there. And also these progress keepers. So everything is probably crinkling so loudly right now, but let me open these up so I can show you all. How do I open this? I've opened it before, but apparently I can't open it again. Aha! Cellophane. It will be my downfall. Okay, look at this. Oh my god. Okay, there is baby. There is freaking baby on a progress keeper. This is the pendant that Dean is always wearing that Sam got for him. A cassette tape because they're always listening to classic like 80s rock and roll. A slice of pie because you know Dean loves pie. And again, the pentagram demon warding sign. So how nice was this as a birthday gift? Super nice. Thank you again, Lindsay. It's awesome. You know how much I love Supernatural. It goes with my yarn perfectly, and when I cast on my Supernatural project, it will be perfect. So thank you. Oh, and I also want to show you, a giant stitch holder. It looks like a weapon. Could hunt some demons with that. I want to show you this nifty leather band. So it's by I Love Handles. Funny, clever, I like it. And it's a ruler. So if you can see, it has little inch and centimeter marks for measuring your projects, and you wrap it around your wrist. They have several different sizes, and I'm pretty sure you can't buy it from the actual company. You have to go through I'm pretty sure they only do wholesale. Pretty sure. I will put in the bio, again, with also who made this bag here. Let me look it up. I had to ask Lindsay again who made it because she sent it to me and not the... Oh, Yarn Candy Studio. She's out of Canada and amazing shipping speed. So thank you, Yarn Candy Studio, for this adorable, perfect everything progress bag notions bag, and the progress keepers, because yes, I'm so excited. And these I know you can get at Knit Circus Yarns, who are awesome. They do mostly gradients and all kinds of awesome gradients and all kinds of different bases, and they are located in Milwaukee. So, yes. Yeah, and it's green because I love green and everything is always Slytherin-y for me. Even though I'm not super Slytherin-y. Like, do you guys see it in me? I don't know. Okay, and I still have a ton of stuff to show you. So, I have, in this bag I showed you last time that my friend Hannah gave me, I have socks. So, we don't have the colorway currently just because we are, and I'm not going to focus on all my projects too carefully, and I'm only showing some of my projects, but yeah. So we don't have this colorway currently because it is a Christmas colorway, but this is Gingerbread House on Squishy Sock, and I am doing Magic Loop with these. These are AliExpress, no, not AliExpress. These are Hiya Sharps, and I never did size 0 Magic Loop before, and I am loving it. Before I was crazy about the Strickenspiel curved, they're like kind of like arrow-shaped plastic needles, and I loved those until one broke on me. So I'm kind of like contemplating selling the pair and 2/3 that I have left. I also made everybody, because we did these for Christmas cast on, Queen Bee cast on, what was it called? Victorian Christmas, and Haliana cast on, which one did she do? Sugar Plum Fairies, and Sarah was supposed to cast on, I forget which one she chose, but Sarah didn't get to because her wrist has been bothering her. She got a ganglion cyst, which is from your joint getting overworked in her wrist, and it didn't go away, and so she had to have like a small operation on it, and then it weakened her wrist, and she's finally in physical therapy for it. So she's able to knit again, especially socks, because they're tiny and she can hold them easily. But anyways, about happier things. Happier things. Look at how cute this colorway is. Oh my god. And I made everybody these cute little progress keepers. Queen Bee and Haley, one of the other, Sarah or Haliana, I made little gingerbread cookie cutters for them. And then me and whoever didn't get the gingerbread got a little Christmas tree. But these will be available next Christmas, so stick around. Stick around because you're going to want this. I have like cute little red and green cookie cutters as well, so they're not only silver. So cute. So cute. But yeah, I'm loving this magic loop. So I'm going to do a full video, and I keep dropping this because I don't want to wear it like a scarf, but I think I'm just going to have to. I'm going to do a video on my review of knitting needles because I'm also working on, the AliExpress Flexi Flips. So I made one sock already on them. So this is a pattern I'm going to release. They're not blocked just because I don't have sock blockers yet. If anybody knows a really good sock blocker, I don't think I want to go with wooden ones. I think I want to go with like the metal wire ones. If anyone knows some good ones, link me or tag me on Instagram. Hashtag cotton wool is always good. And just let me know what you think because I don't want wood ones. I think I want just the wire ones. I feel like they would dry faster. But I'm going to be releasing this pattern. This is our Squishy DK made into socks. And this is the colorway Stranger Things. So my camera keeps washing things out and driving me crazy. But you can kind of see it does do an awesome stripe of the color groups. So you have the reds and oranges, and this is a lot deeper and more vibrant in real life. You can see pictures on our Bumblebee Acres Instagram, but there you go. Yeah, look at that. The color group stripes, so you have the purples and blues are striping against the red, black, and orange speckling. So these are awesome. And I've been making these on, what did I just do? Oh, there we go. I've been making these with the AliExpress, and I lost the third needle. It's around here somewhere. The AliExpress Flexi Flips. So the AliExpress Flexi Flips are a lot like the Stricken Spiel needles that I love to use, but they bend, and they're new, so everybody's talking about them. But you can make hats with them or anything. They have all different sizes. These are a size 3, so I'm going to be writing a pattern for DK socks. And Senbi is coming out with one too. So Sarah's coming out with one too that's fully ribbed. I think we're going to do a fully vanilla, and then this one, which is slightly different. But I'm really liking these on the size 3. I've kind of started doing the Flexi Flips on a size 0 for a test knit. I'm trying to come up with this new heel design that keeps bugging me. Like if you're a designer, a writer, an artist, or any kind of creator, even just like a knitter, and you have this idea in your head of pairing a yarn with a pattern or what have you, it will bother you and it'll nag at you until you finally do it. So I'm trying out this crazy idea I've had for a heel design. And if it works, I'm a genius, and if it doesn't, then I'm an idiot, but you know, it could go either way. But so I'm not going to show you that because I'm just testing the heel portion, so I haven't done like a whole leg of the sock or cuff or anything like that. But yeah, so we will see about that. Oh, and also on these, I forgot to show you my friend Carolyn from, if you're a Stranger Things fan, this will drive you freaking crazy. She's from the Unwound Shop and Chain 344 podcast. She made me this freaking adorable triple decker Eggo extravaganza progress keeper. So it is little polymer Eggo waffles with chocolate chips and jelly beans and whipped cream and everything nice. It is so cute, and I don't know how she even did it, but yeah, I also posted about this on our Instagram, and I am crazy about all the fandom progress keepers, fandom project bags, fandom everything. If you know any cute fandom things that I can obsess over, tell me about it, because I love bags, progress keepers, stitch markers, all of it. That's something that I am totally willing to talk about and promote in my, and you know, some patterns. It's hard for me to promote tons of patterns because I am always working on my own. So I will promote lots of patterns here on this podcast that are my own. But, you know, I am not opposed to talking about other things. So if you have anything cool that you want to show me or want me to talk about or want me to try out, just tag me on Instagram, comment here on this YouTube video, and we'll see what we can do. But as of right now, I'm definitely planning a full kind of breakdown of my ideas on sock knitting needles. So DPNs versus the Addy Flexi Flips versus the Necco needles, Stricken Spiel needles versus just doing magic loop. Because I'm having a lot of thoughts on them, and I want to tell you my thoughts. But yeah, because everybody has different opinions and everything works better. Oh, and also the 9-inch just circular needles. Everything works better for other people. Like, you'll find, I mean, what I like best may not totally be what you like best, but I'm going to give kind of like a pros and cons list because everything has their pros. As of right now, I really do not like using DPNs. I know tons of people do, and I'm really close. I'm going to back up. I know tons of people love using DPNs, and there's nothing wrong with using DPNs. Me, I get super nervous that my DPNs are just going to slip and fall to the ground. Sometimes I knit too loosely, so they will just slip and fall to the ground, and then I'll have a bunch of dropped stitches just hanging there to drop, and it stresses me out that it's going to happen all the time. So I do not like them, Sam I am. So I have been looking at other things. My sister Sarah really loves, and Queen Bee, they really like the 9-inch circular needles, so they're really tiny needles and you can just knit away on them. But, you know, they're nice because you don't have to worry about anything but just going around in a circle nonstop. But they are difficult for me because my hand cramps up really bad because I don't have anywhere to rest my hand like I could if I had longer needles. I really like the Stricken Spiel, but they broke. But anyways, I'm going to save this for my knitting needle video. So yeah, maybe I'll do that next week. It's going to warm up next Friday, so maybe I will do that next Friday. And there's one last thing that I wanted to show you before the day is done. So I have this cowl and this cowl because I wanted to show you something that isn't only mini skein today. And last time I told you I would show you my North Remembers cowl. So the North Remembers cowl, and I will show you it here because this one is not photographed and put in any promo pics or anything. This is my own personal North Remembers cowl. And as you can see, it kind of shimmers a little bit. This is knit in I'll Await Your Owl. So it's I'll Await Your Owl in our shimmer sock base, doubled up, and it has this beautiful frosted look to it. And I don't know if it's showing up in these lights, but in the sunlight, it looks like it has dewdrops or snowflakes or something on it. It's just so beautifully subtle. And the original one is knit in Sansa doubled up. So as you can see, it stripes pretty, very pretty. But yeah, so what you do with this cowl, and what I really recommend doing, you can do it in a worsted weight, but I totally recommend doubling up a fingering weight, especially our coquette sock. It's so beautiful. And it actually turned out really nice in this one as well. This is also a snugger fitting cowl, so it stays up around your nose and your eyes and ears and everything when it's super cold. But as you can see, these cables go in all different directions, and they're actually all different widths too. So yes, I wear mine all the time when it's cold out because I can also wear it folded up as like a headband, and it's just super warm. Can you stop washing me out? Talking to the lights now. It's not good, guys. It's not good. But yeah, I love cables. I would totally recommend this pattern for anybody who is interested in braiding cables. If you enjoy braiding cables, if that's just your thing. I'm gonna put this on, but yeah, it doesn't really hang, so I would definitely wear it with a crew neck. If you did want to leave it on, you can always keep going with it if you get enough yarn and make an infinity scarf, and then it'll just hang beautifully. But it's so cozy. I love this. I love this cowl so much. It's probably one of my favorite knits that I've actually made for myself, just because it is just so warm. And I also wear it like my mom says, like a Russian girl. I am Latvian. And yeah, it just makes a super cute chunky headband if you fold it in half and put it around your ears. So I mean, how appropriate. But yeah, since it's been so cold, that's why I wanted to show you guys this, because it has been so incredibly cold. So if you're looking for a fast, cozy knit that you want to use a nice worsted or a nice, you know, one of your favorite fingering weight, sock weight yarns that you aren't quite sure what to do with, variegated looks lovely. I mean, it gives you this really cool, almost hand-spun look because you have those two different colors running together. And it gives you that super, very variegated look. But now it made everything yellow. Stop this. But yeah, this is one of those colorways that I told you that I'm obsessed with because it has the pop of orange in it. And when you double it, the orange is much more prominent, but it's about 50-50 when you have just the skein alone. But it's just so pretty. But this is a super warm cowl, so if you're looking for something warm to make, I suggest this. Yeah. So you guys, that's it for tonight. I'm putting back on my wrap because, well, Queen Bee's wrap, because I'm cold. And I'm going to be turning off that heater in a second, even though it's 60 degrees in here. Yeah, so it was lovely talking to you guys. Hopefully, maybe bunnies next week, maybe not, maybe talking about knitting needles. I don't want to make any promises. it's going to be super cold again, and I'm not going to be able to film again until possibly next Friday. It looks like it's going to be in the high 30s, so it depends on how cold it is the night before, because if it's too cold, then this barn will be too cold and I will not be able to get it to warm up, and I don't want to be freezing in here. So hopefully we get just slightly warmer weather. Just if it just stays in the high 20s, low 30s, that's just good enough for me, as long as we don't get those negative temperatures. But if it gets the negative temperatures, it's just so horrible in here. I don't want to do it. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, thank you for watching Caught in the Wool. Again, like, follow, yeah, like our channel, subscribe, follow, like this video. What am I even saying? All of the positive stuff. Comment, please comment. I love reading your guys' comments, and I'm trying to get better at responding to everybody on all the social media platforms all the time, but since I've been busy in the past few weeks rearranging that old farm website, I've been super busy. But yes, especially hashtag Caught in the Wool or tag Bumblebee Acres in your projects on Instagram, because I would love to see what you guys are working on, especially if it's one of my patterns or with one of our yarns. That would be awesome. I'm thinking of doing like a highlight thing at some point of, you know, just showing pics of what people are working on. That would be really cool, but I have so many ideas and getting them together is sometimes too much. But anyways, again, thank you for watching Caught in the Wool. Stay warm this January. It's awfully cold outside, and I'll see you next time. Bye!